everybody, and welcome back to the Frozen Frontier. The party beds down to sleep.
Yeah.
And we get murdered by fungal zombie wood.
Oh wait, no. Let's finish this.
You've been watching the planning sessions, haven't you?
Let's finish this conversation though. Wait, about the. I mean, I'm concerned about the wood. So what are you trying to say to me, Grimes, Faris? You saying that whatever froze this place over, it happened, and everything that was affected by it was frozen as it was alive. But the second it's
unfrozen, it rapidly ages
and to its true age. So what does that mean for us then? Because clearly it's helping us with this wood.
I don't think it matters much for us. I mean, we haven't frozen to death. We're constantly reheating ourselves in front of this fire. I think if we were rapidly dying, we might have noticed by now. And Faris looks in close on William's face. Does he look like he's decaying? Does he look like he's withering away?
I like the idea that it is. Like, if this was like a TV show, does a close-up of William's face, and he's haggard, and the wrinkles are deeper.
There's like pus dripping out of his eyes.
Well, I think all of you look a little bit haggard. All of you that are capable of growing some semblance of facial hair have it coming out, and it's not well done.
And
you're
elves
tired.
grow
You've been
beards
fucking hiking.
in Arcadia?
You've got like you've got a little
to.
wispy blonde Fu Manchu going.
Give me a D100, and that is your percentage ability to grow a beard, half elf.
Okay, so the result on this, what does that mean? If I roll
so
like a 1,
if you roll 100,
chance.
you can grow any beard you want. If you roll a 50, you can get like a half beard going, or like 50% of a real beard.
No, I don't.
Not a hair in sight.
I have like that 14-year-old peach fuzz.
Individual hairs.
I mean, I would say a 1% would be like an elf, and they don't grow any facial hair, right?
Right. So 3% is pretty
indistinguishable.
bad. Yeah.
My favorite depiction of elves is still
looks clean shaven and sharp.
The Elder Scrolls is still my favorite depiction of elves, with how fucking weird they look and the fact that they can grow beards, and it just makes them look even worse.
Yeah. So everyone is looking a little haggard and tired, and you've been hiking
through the snow. But it doesn't look like we're decaying and pus-filled, right? It looks like we're
no, you're pus-free.
The thing is, though,
you're
pus-free since 1990.
I mean, suppose it is draining away our lives, William. What can we really do about it?
I'm not worried about that, man. I'm saying though, the thing is that if you're right about this, then it proves that this is the work of the gods, and it's not just some freak storm that froze the place over, right? And if this whole place
doubt the gods' hand in this?
Well, look,
I wouldn't doubt them to
want to keep an open mind, but really, the fact that they didn't send a cleric with us kind of made me think that maybe they didn't think it was anything to do with the gods. But now I'm sitting here amidst,
maybe there was no cleric they could convince to go.
I'm a bit annoyed that we didn't get a cleric.
I'm hardly a religious man, and were I given the free choice, I don't know that I would step foot on this cursed continent.
But let's not talk about your motivations, Grimes. You're here now, and that's what matters.
Aye, aye, Captain.
I don't know.
What is your concern here, William?
Yeah, we're messing around here, and we don't really know what's going on whatsoever.
I agree.
And what if we find a bunch of scrolls and weapons that belong to the humans that lived here before, and when we get them back to the fort and they warm up, they just disintegrate?
That'd be a shame.
It would be a shame.
I mean, to be fair, though, they're not living organisms. It's possible that this sort of freeze only... Maybe. I don't know. Organic material tends to decay much faster, doesn't it? I guess organic is not a word that we probably have a concept of here in medieval times. Living things tend to decay much faster.
And flesh much quicker than wood.
Exactly.
But where did all of the kobolds and the gnolls come from? I had assumed that perhaps just a small number had survived the storm that froze the place over, but it truly was the work of the gods then. They must have come from somewhere else, but what kind of gnoll can build a ship to sail out here?
The gnolls were here before
the
frost. They remember the days of paradise.
So how is it that they survived the gods' wrath when the trees themselves couldn't?
The way they said it, the gods struck out against man. A great boon to the gnolls. They praised Alfara for this curse.
Anything that lives underground may have been spared. If dwarves used to live here, there may be old tunnels even still.
You guys go to sleep talking about the ancient evils that might still lurk underneath the ice and the curses.
I did one last question. Was Yarmir silent through that discussion? Is this something maybe that you realized ages ago, and like so you're like finally these guys are getting the picture that it's really.
Like Yarmir doesn't really care about the things that are on top of the ice, like the trees and the animals and the plants. Like if they were gonna kill us, they already would have.
Yeah.
Right? So they don't present an immediate danger, and he's exhausted every effort on the body. And if the body wasn't gonna tell him anything, he doesn't think this branch is.
Yeah.
You need some better samples to work with.
Yeah, these are symptoms, not the source.
It does, however, explain how there's still trees and other sorts of plants here.
And it means that we can rely on
this
them for
cold to
firewood.
be far too cold for there to be any sort of vegetation.
Are the trees growing, do you think? Or do you think there's a limited supply of trees here, and once they're all...
Limited. As soon as we cut them all down, they're gone. That's my guess.
Doesn't bode well for any future colonization attempts.
Well,
let's keep going. We could talk about the mysteries behind these things forever and theory craft for ages, but let's keep going. You guys bed down for the night. Everyone mark off days of ration if you haven't already.
I already did it. Yeah.
Okay. And we come to the next day. It is a calm, clear day.
Forrest, can you still see the tracks?
It is calm. And it hasn't been particularly windy, so I don't know if they...
Yesterday was a light day, and last night there was still some wind, so the tracks are a little bit less visible than they were yesterday, but they're still there.
Okay.
They're still the deep impressions. Remember that slow day across from the mountains to the forest where you guys were like up to your knees? That's the sort of tracks that these were. It's taking a little while for them to cover up since it's been pretty calm out.
Look, let's follow the tracks for as long as we can follow them. If it heads out into the open ice and not follow the coast, then we can head back. But I'd like to pursue this while we've got the chance. Look,
as long as it heads to the next tree line, I'm fine with pursuing this now.
Neil, how many days worth of firewood can I have gathered?
You can have as much firewood as you want, pretty much. Like, unless you're saying you want 1 million pounds of wood.
So how many pounds of wood is it for a day?
Let's take 999,999 pounds of wood then.
We pound an hour?
You can burn 1 pound an hour at the bare minimum to keep you warm. You're comfortable at 2 or 3 pounds per hour. But, you know, who cares about comfort right now?
Okay, so I'm going to take, like...
how much can you carry and still be at light encumbrance?
Yeah, let's just work that out. So I've got another...
You mean unencumbered? Or do we want to...
He's light, no matter what.
I can take 60 pounds of firewood.
Sure, that's 60 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. You set out across the open terrain.
And follow the tracks.
You follow the tracks.
You get about...
I'm gonna memorize different spells.
Oh, okay, yeah. Give me your spells.
I'm gonna take Detect Magic, Shield, and Burning Hands. And I'm gonna take Wall of Gloom.
Okay.
I like that one.
I'm gonna change my spells too.
I'm gonna reroll a cleric.
So what is your marching order as you're heading out following these tracks?
I think it's the same, like William in front, Ferris in back.
I imagine that I probably need to be involved in the front in some way. You're tracking the tracks, and I'm keeping you in a straight line and not snowblind.
Yeah, and Grimes is
Wait,
like...
are we doing it in a line?
So,
or are we
yeah,
just I imagine we're just going in a group. I don't know if we
generally
go
travel in a line.
Well, no, I mean, I'm strategically unencumbered. So I am moving, what is it? 25% faster than William.
Right, so
but I
might...
don't want to go more than 150, maybe a couple hundred feet, like one round from the party. So I'll be running around at a higher movement rate, trying to scout.
Right,
you're 50% faster than me.
Generally speaking, when people travel together in a group, for long distances, you break out into a vertical line of people. Like when you go on a hike with your friends for a couple of hours, you tend to form a single file line. Of course, there are times where you'll be side by side.
Grimes colors outside the lines. I'm zigzagging across the path.
Just for mathematical reasons, I'm at 2/3, so that's 8, and you're at 12.
Okay. So, William, you're in the front with the sled.
I think we went 3/4 next, so it should be 9.
It's like William's dragging the sled in the very front, and everyone else is marching behind the sled except for Grimes, who's like, cruising around.
Yeah, that works for me. I think Ferris would probably take the very back then, so that Yaramir's kind of covered from behind.
Yeah, we don't leave.
He's not going to get like shot in the back by an arrow instantly.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So you guys are trekking across this wilderness, headed southward.
This is more open tundra, right?
Yes,
Wading
it is.
Through snowdrifts.
Yes. When on the horizon, not that far, like actually fairly closer in than the horizon, you see these dark clouds rolling in. And you can feel the wind start to pick up and like start to blow your hair back and your hood back. You're, I don't know, I've moved you on the map. How far is that?
Oh, so can we see treetops, or does the storm block us?
The storm is blocking you from your view of the treetops.
Did we ever see treetops? I think it's a good in-character question.
Yeah, I think you saw the forest up ahead.
So we know the forest is we can see it at the horizon and the clouds.
Right, and then all of a sudden, like from the west comes this storm, and kind of like the southwest comes this storm, and it like blows in maybe like this, kind of towards you guys, and starts to obscure your horizon, and you can feel the wind.
We see this coming from a good distance away, right?
I'm telling you right now that you're seeing it, and it's coming towards you. It's hard to judge the distance to the storm because it's low. It's a low storm. It's not like way up in the clouds. It's almost like, I don't know what to call it, like a sandstorm blowing towards you.
This storm is going to ruin our tracks no matter what. We might as well head back north as far as we can and set up camp. We need to get as close to the trees as we can.
All right.
Are we closer to the... How far have we traveled?
We're closer to the south, but the storm's coming from the south. I don't think we're going to make it there in time.
Why is my metric tool messed up?
I don't know.
Ferris is going to direct people to start heading back north.
It might be snapping to a grid.
But no one else is snapping to a grid, so I don't know why his is. Maybe
mine doesn't.
Refresh.
You just have to hold Alt.
Mine doesn't by default.
All right, I got it.
It shouldn't snap to a grid for anybody. I've disabled the grid on that page.
Mine automatically grid snaps, but I can fix it with Alt. Okay, got it.
You sure, Faris, that we should turn back?
We could.
Yes, I think
we can make a
no matter what,
run
the tracks
for that.
are going to be ruined.
We can make a run for the tree line, and I point southeast.
You said the trees are already obscured, right, Neil?
No.
Like the trees...
Or maybe can we still see trees to the southeast?
No, I'm bringing this up because that's how you first noticed the storm. Is that the tree
trees are starting to become
we're like get excited because we see trees, and then a few minutes later they start disappearing again.
Right. You are definitely closer to the southern forest than the northern forest.
I mean, Yaramir's got direction sense, so he knows that the forest that we came from is that way, but the rest of us
if we can't see
see
the trees from here, then we probably aren't going to be able to find the trees traveling through that blizzard.
So can maybe one of the can we have Yaramir or something roll to like gauge times of the blizzard or something? I mean, I'm feeling like
I have like direction sense. Yeah. If anyone could do that, it would be Ferris.
Like, can we make it to that tree line before the storm hits?
No, the storm's already blocking the tree line. We can't see it, can we? Like, it's already obscured.
It has obscured this tree line.
That's why Ferris is saying go back north. We can at least get distance that way. We might not make it in time.
The winds are beginning to pick up faster.
Ferris says go north.
I'm looking to William.
North.
Yeah, all right. Well, if Faris says go back north, we're going back north. Turn around. Go fast.
You guys turn on yourself and start heading back the other way.
I think we're going to force march the other way.
But this storm is coming at you fast.
Yeah, I don't think it will matter mechanically, but I will harness myself to the cart as well and see if we can pull it faster. I mean, I think that makes just both of us.
Yeah, I think we're just going to force march as best we can. But like, if it looks like it's catching up to us and it's about to hit blizzard conditions, I think we should just stop and make a tent.
All right. The storm is coming up upon you quickly. You get maybe a quarter mile before it's on you already. As thing blew in out of nowhere. And all of a sudden, you're in the middle of the blizzard.
On the way south, did we see any caves or anything? I assume we were hugging the coastline. Was there any cover between between here and the forest?
We're not in. No. We got caught in a blizzard without our tent. You're not setting up a tent in a blizzard.
We've got tents.
You don't have your tent set up.
We're going to stop and set that up.
Neil, was there any cover that we saw heading south?
Or no, because the gnolls did not go along the coastline. They cut straight to where you are here. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see what happens. I think we have to set up the tent now.
So how many miles did we get that day?
You're some miles. You're kind of lost at this point. Like, you're in the middle of a fucking blizzard that's hitting you. The questions you want answered, you don't have time to sit down and puzzle out while you begin to put up your tents.
Do we? We abandon walking and put the tent up when it looks like the blizzard's going to catch us.
Right. Well, the blizzard comes on you very quickly. One moment you're struggling through, and the next you're like, oh my god, this is too late. We gotta start setting up the tent. And that's when you hear a low growl coming from out into the blizzard. There is something out there. I have limited your visibilities to what you can see individually, so if you move away, you might lose sight of your party, because it's blizzard whiteout conditions right now.
Finish setting up the tent. I draw my sword and my lantern.
Guard me from whatever that creature is.
Yeah.
I don't understand what's... If the blizzard's on us, we should be taking like D10 cold damage, right? Whatever you had for the blizzard.
We lose just an absurd amount. So we should figure out our warmth points right now.
It's per hour. We should be near full.
So how many hours has it been since we left that morning? And it was calm right now?
It was calm. It's been 2 hours since you set off.
We're at 22.
So we're setting up.
Okay, so we've only lost 2. Even when the blizzard hits, what is it? It's like 5 points an hour, something like that?
Yeah.
So we've got hours. I mean,
but it's not. It's 5 points an hour of cold damage. But when we're out in the blizzard, it makes attacks against us every round, right?
No, so. That's great.
That was if you were naked or something.
That was a suggestion that I made, and I don't know what Neil's done with that. So I suggested that a blizzard may be able to make physical attacks against you.
We will come into that when it happens. That's one of those surprise elements that you'll figure out as you go through it.
So with the rules that we've got recorded and written down, there's nothing special that the blizzard does other than drain your warmth, with a big asterisk like the DM reserves the right to.
We can still act. We can still. It's just a storm that's going to make us very cold very fast.
And we have very, very limited visibility.
Yeah, limited movement.
In terms of small amounts of feet.
So just get the tent up, and I'll try and defend while we get it done.
All right.
I don't think this is like a true.
I mean, I think we're finding out.
I got a feeling this is something.
Let's not worry about whether the mechanic's going to kill us or not. Let's just worry about.
Either way, Yaramir, help me set up this tent. We've got the 2 guarding us.
Okay.
My point, I guess, is that if the blizzard is growling at us, warmth points are not a concern.
Yeah, I'm not concerned about freezing at the moment.
Okay. As you are arguing and trying to get each other to set up the tents, and orders are being issued and ignored as the party kind of is splitting over what to do in this moment.
Ferris was told to set up the tent. He's been setting up the tent.
Appearing at the edge of William and Grimes's vision is some sort of massive white wolf. It's got to be like 12 feet long at the bare minimum, probably like 2.5 feet wide at the front. It stands at least 3 or 4 feet above the snow, and it looks out at you from the edge of your vision as the storm rages around you.
What the fuck is this?
William, what do you see?
A giant fucking wolf.
Oh, it's either a dire wolf or a winter wolf. One of them's okay. One of us will kill us.
All right.
Ferris is going to run up really fast, and he's going to run up with the with William and Grimes. And
I think this is the moment where we should roll some initiative.
Sure. Yeah. Can I try saying something before initiative happens?
Sure.
Because when I see this wolf come into my vision, Ferris is going to try shouting something in Elven.
What do you shout in Elven?
So remembering that I got that letter from that elf, that guy that I don't know if I ever successfully murdered him or not. We'll find out in a future flashback. And he mentioned wolves are elves' friends. And I'm not sure if that extends to me, only being half elven, but I'm gonna try shouting something in half elven at this wolf and see if he can pacify it. So it's like coming up and it's like threatening and growling, right? And Ferris is going to try shouting like, "Peace, friend. We come in peace. We want no conflict with you." And he's gonna see if this seems to pacify the wolf.
Well, so I can't see a wolf. Can Ferris see a wolf?
I do have better vision than him.
No, we can see it, Grimes. I mean, you can.
You described a wolf, but on the map I don't see a wolf.
You should be able to see a wolf. Upper right corner of your map?
Oh yeah, it's just outside of vision. It's just right on the edge of vision.
Can I move my character back and forward to try and see
I can't select my token, Neil.
Hold on.
Neil, I can't select my token.
You can't select your token. I will fix that for you in just a moment. I'm trying to figure out what your infravision is as a half elf.
It's 60 feet.
60 feet of infravision? Okay. Cool. Who am I looking at right here? Ferris. is... Oh god, the token's lagging. Is controllable by Ferris. You're Ferris, right? You're the bottom token.
Yeah.
Well, I'll go check your character sheet then.
Would it be my action to hand something to Grimes? Or can I do that?
What are you trying to hand?
I want to give you the lantern.
As long as you're Sean,
I can pick up the lantern. Oh, it's like in your backpack.
I'm trying to reload the page. I'm gonna see if that.
Yeah, because I think
that's
like,
probably gonna fix it.
Throw some fire at this fucker.
Yeah. So where, Neil? Can someone ping where I'm supposed to be seeing a wolf?
Yeah, I'll
just like the general direction. I mean, I think it. Oh, that is a wolf.
Well, I guess so. I mean, I don't know.
Is that what it is? Is that the wolf, Neil?
Yeah.
All I see just like a triangle. I can't even tell what it is.
It's a blurry thing. Sure.
Is it cool with you, Neil, that I said I was going to move up with them and try to shout?
Yeah, but after on your initiative turn, because we're rolling initiative.
I mean, we're all doing things.
So I do try shouting this in Elven to see if that pacifies the wolf at all.
All right, I will take that into consideration, but please roll me some initiative, and then we'll have it happen on people's turns.
Okay. What is it for
you can just click your token and then click the initiative button and add your modifier.
What's the initiative? Is it the green? No.
Saber should be 5.
Saber is 5.
Yeah.
What is it for? Wait, which one's the initiative button?
The lower left button.
The only button we have, I think. It should
be
below the
very
names.
bottom left of the screen, below the names, should say initiative when you click on your token.
I thought you were saying on the token. Okay, never mind. My bad. There you go.
All right. So, ascending. Yaromir is the first one to act.
Okay, so I'm going to pull out. Someone shouts wolf, right? Do I understand that we're under attack?
I think so. There's weapons being...
No, I think there's...
I understand that we're under attack. I pull out a bit of fleece and begin uttering some arcane words and begin drawing... Excuse me. I begin drawing this rolling cloud across the sky, and my arm begins to glow, and I project a wall of gloom. And in the spell description, it says that I can create the wall of any shape I desire as long as at least 10 feet high and 10 feet thick. So with my 50 by 50 cube, I want to make a hollow cube that encompasses us.
So you have 5 10 by 10 cubes, right? 5 10 by 10 by 10 cubes. Right? You've got 2 10-foot cubes plus 1 10-foot cube per level. You're level 3, so that's 5 10 by 10 cubes. So on this map, go ahead and draw...
I want to make it hollow. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
sure. But it has to be 10 feet thick at some point, right? At all points?
It has to be... I have a 50 by 50, essentially. Right?
No, you don't have a 50 by 50. You have 5 10 by 10 sections of cube.
So that would be 50 by 10.
Can you reshape it?
It says I can make it any shape I want as long as it's 10 by 10 in terms of thickness and height.
Right.
I want to make a box. I want to look like that. Can I do that?
So draw me, instead of drawing me a box.
I don't understand. What I'm asking you is how do the cubes work? I don't understand.
I think you can make it any shape you want, but you can only build it using those cubes.
So you have 5 10 by 10 foot cubes that you may place however you like. And if you want to place them in a box, some sort of box formation, that's fine, right? If you wanted to do like, come on, Neil, you can click these things and drag them around. You can do it. It looks like 5 is maybe not enough to form a full cube like this, but you could do like a horseshoe around you guys or something.
Can I make them thinner? Can I? They have to. It says I can shape it anything I want as long as it's 10 feet thick. I guess that is the requisite thickness.
Yeah.
This is actually way shittier than I thought. Okay.
You can still draw a line though.
I put a line in front of us.
You can put them diagonal.
Just walk around it and we die anyway. Good.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and make your
line in front of the party.
All right. So 1 2 3 2 3.
So if you put them
5, so something like this.
And then rotate it 45 degrees.
I can't see it, but I'm sure you're doing it right.
Oh yeah, so something like this, yeah? And then just moved in front of the party.
I guess if the wolves are coming from this direction,
they are.
I think you just hear a shouting like wolf, and then Ferris can see it. Ferris is shouting in Elven.
Yeah.
And then I think it's a chaos.
I guess I would have. That's fine. It can look just like that.
Cool.
This is good.
So now we can't see through that, right? That
no, you can't. I was trying to be useful, and I've just cocked it up.
I think it's fine. I hope it's fine. The wolf can't see us either.
The wolf, you can see through it. You appear as shadowy figures. You are heavily obscured by it, but you can see through it. But if you go through it, you have to you save or recoil in fear. I was trying to create a protective box that they'd have to save to get through.
This might still work though. If it tries to pass through it, it might just
but it's not now. It can just walk around it.
Yeah, but it probably won't know to do that.
Depends on how stupid it is.
Or it might be freaked out.
Next up is Kel
so
Marshall.
Yarmir can't see the wolf.
Okay. So Neil, I wanna hand lantern oil to Grimes and then ready an attack.
We can go with the same move. I mean, what do you want me to do with lantern oil?
Well, I mean,
what command? What is the first command you issued me or whatever? Because I'm next to you. I mean, Ferris and Yarmir couldn't hear you.
We've done the whole, lantern bomb on Knowles before, so that's what we want to do. Like the wolf, if we can set it on fire, it might just fuck off.
Sure. So I think as William steps forward, I pull the lantern oil out of his pack. And, where is it? Which bag? And we
and I've already got the lantern lit, so I'll hand you that, so you can use that to light it. And I just ready my sword and shield to attack the wolf if it attacks us.
I am. So for the record, I am on a 25-foot leash until I cut it.
Okay.
I'm just 35. I mean, I've got an action. I'm gonna. Well, do I? I mean, I guess. Do I fire? I can huck a Molotov cocktail. I'm looking to William if that's what he wants me to do.
No, I mean, I think
you're gonna shoot at least at -2.
Yeah. Let's just wait. Let's just wait to see if it comes around.
Plus, it's blizzard conditions.
Could I beat the -2 if I try and over the wall?
You're in the middle of a blizzard, so you're having problems throwing things with high blizzard winds.
Missile attacks are basically useless in these conditions.
Yeah, I think a thrown thing is a little bit better than an arrow, since it's got a higher volume to surface area ratio. So I would probably allow a thrown weapon at -5 in a blizzard, plus the penalty of 2 for going through the wall. And whether you throw through the wall or throw over the wall, it's the obscurement that is giving you the penalty to hit.
Yeah,
Grimes is an expert in missile weapons. He would not waste a shot here. So I guess I've got the lantern in one hand. I've got a spare thing of oil.
Yeah. I've got a ready to attack.
I guess I'll probably ready an attack with a dagger instead.
Okay.
Or
so
no.
You've got a lit thing of oil and you just tuck it under your arm while you draw a dagger.
Okay. So I guess the oil will be readied. I don't know how I ready. I don't know that I can ready a
I'm very confused all of a sudden. I don't know what's happening anymore.
All right. I'm holding action.
Okay, you're holding action.
Lit. If the wolf comes around this corner,
the go-to until the wolf is actually in range.
Yeah, if the wolf comes around this corner aggressively, I will throw a fireball.
Okay, if Grimes goes over there, I'm gonna take a couple of steps this way.
Okay. The wolf comes for its turn. It comes right up to the wall, starts to step in, and then recoils slightly from the wall, hesitating.
So the wolf's growling?
Yes, it was growling. It stopped its growling now that it's approaching you. It gets to the wall, hesitates, and turns this way. Grimes looks like he's closer and starts to move around. If you can see it with your character on the Roll20 map, then you can see it.
All right, can I sort of take some steps this way, or is it not my turn, so I can't?
It's not your turn, and you have no ready action.
You friend or foe?
The wolf comes all the way around towards Grimes, but because of the recoil through the wall, has used all of its available movement.
Coming to bite me, or is it just approach? So it looks like it just it approaches the wall.
It's approaching you kind of calmly, slowly, but at the same time, it has its eyes fixed on you like a predator hunting prey. But it doesn't seem too concerned about you.
Yeah. Quickly, tell me, does its trigger look like it's about 1,000 GP? If it does, and it's gonna murder us all.
Okay, I'm gonna use my ready to action if that's okay, and just drop the fire at my feet, or like toss it the square in front of me and take a step back if that's reasonable. I don't think I want to make an attack at the wolf, but I'll make a lit oil attack.
All right, so you toss the lit oil towards the wolf. Make me
I break it at my feet more than anything and take a step back, if that makes sense.
Sure. So, like, if you break it at your feet, you're going to be taking damage too from the exploding
so whatever doesn't make me break, right in front of
I don't know what you're trying to do, Ryan. What is your objective?
My objective...
Are you trying to hit the wolf with the fire or just get rid of the fire in your hands?
A little of both. I'm not attacking the wolf. I'm not sure. I'm putting an obstacle between us. So I mean, I mean, these are squares. So I don't know which square. I mean, so maybe I do have to make attack against the wolf to like get at the square in front of me.
This is not a friendly wolf, man. I'm telling you.
Probably, I don't know.
It's got a blizzard following it.
So I'll make the attack as if it were against the wolf. Sure.
Okay.
What is the modifier in a blizzard?
-5.
-5.
Come on, you've been so close to your point blank range. Point blank range, right?
That's only if you like specialized or something. I think the total comes to -2. I can still get an 11.
All right, so it doesn't matter whether or not you hit his armor since it's an exploding thing. So the fire hits towards the wolf and goes up.
And I think I'd maintain eye contact with the wolf as I mean it's only D6 damage, right?
I think fire is 2d6 damage.
Yeah, 2d6, and it's on fire as well.
I'll give it a save.
Yes. Fuck off, Grimes. I've got this.
All right, you do 11 damage to it with the fire, and it quickly snuffs out over the wolf's body. Like it sets it on fire, but the combination of blizzard and unnatural cold, and the fire blows away quickly.
Neil, I don't know if you intended, but we can see its health bar.
That is intentional.
Okay, yeah, so we can see if it's weak. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you want us to be able to see how injured something was, so I figured I'd mention.
So the oil doesn't stay lit. Normally it would stay lit for another round.
You would expect it to stay lit, but for some reason this one goes out. Maybe it's the blizzard conditions. Maybe it's a magical property of this wolf. Maybe it's the gods just hate you and want to see you die, but for some reason the fire does not stay lit. You can theorycraft about it later.
Maintain eye contact with the wolf.
Ferris, it's your turn.
Try to look as predatory as I can.
Yeah. You approach confidently and show no fear. How far can I move in these conditions?
9 squares.
And that's all my move? So, like, I can move 4 and make an attack, or 9 squares total?
Feet per round. No, it would be 9 and attack, or...
Okay.
Yeah.
So, wait, Ferris...
hold on, let me double check my math here.
Okay, I know where I am, so I'm just going to test and see if I can even go 9. Yes, I could. Okay.
That is your full movement for the round would be 9 squares. So you can go 4 squares in an action or 9 squares total.
Full move is 9. Okay,
yeah,
so I'm gonna move up to intercept here. And while I'm doing, I'm gonna be shouting in Elven for this thing to stand down. And I'm gonna move up. I can do 9 squares, so I'll move up here, just out of range of it. I'm gonna be shouting in Elven for it to stand down.
Okay, and that's everybody's turn. So please roll new initiative, people.
Does the wall of gloom affect us? Like, am I?
Yes. All people are affected. Don't go into. If you go into it, you will be affected by it. On the outside, you just feel this like oppressive presence, like lurking on your right side. 1, 2, 3, 3. Missing 4th initiative.
What is the initiative for setting up the tent?
Full round action. That's just what you're doing.
All right. Yeah. I don't have anything that can fight this. If I get close to it, I think it's gonna breath weapon and kill me. If I don't have magic missile. If I shoot a slinging bullet, it's gonna be disallowed by the blizzard.
Sure.
I think I just need to set up the tent.
All right, Marshall. It's your.
You guys can do it.
It's your turn. Are you encumbered currently?
Yeah. Well, no, because I've dropped the sled, right?
Sure.
So I'm not.
All right. You have the same movement as Ferris.
Can I get to it?
Okay.
4 squares to make an attack, or 9 squares and no action.
Does that count as in range to make an attack?
You can step in front of me, so I can step out of the way and let you.
Hold on, wait,
don't go into the gloom.
He's not encumbered if he doesn't have the sled.
No, but you were back here, right? So that's...
Yeah, are we...
1, 2, 3,
4.
Hold on, wait. So he can't...
So
I have 9 squares. Is 9 squares when you're encumbered or when you're not encumbered?
Not encumbered.
Okay.
Nobody's encumbered.
Nobody's encumbered.
Yeah,
Marshall, you can go 4 squares to here, which is melee attack range of the wolf.
Yeah, alright. I attack it.
Alright, make me roll to hit.
What is my roll to hit these days? Right, level 3 starts +2, and then I've got... I think it's +5 to hit. Look at that. 13.
13 is a wild miss against the wolf. It kind of pulls back into like a downward facing dog pose almost as your sword passes over it.
Alright.
Okay.
I shout at the others to, I don't know, don't get killed, back off.
Yeah, so Ferris is going to go around for a flanking attack.
Right.
I'm up next, right?
Yes, you are.
I was trying to get to back down, but it's like eyeing up Ryan, like it wants to devour this guy, right? It looks like a pretty hostile predator.
It's fucking massive as well, right?
It's
I think you're not sure who's...
fucking wolf in the middle of a blizzard that's coming to eat you.
Yeah.
You're not sure who's going to devour who.
Like,
I think Grimes is
I figured the Elven probably
just
didn't work, so I'm going to go for a flanking attack on this thing.
But
like, however...
Someone's getting eaten at the end of this, and it's
I started here. So I can go 4 squares, Neil?
4 squares, yes.
All right. 3, 4. Can I get a back attack like that?
Sure.
Okay. And it can turn to face me if it wants, or it can stay facing
No,
them.
it hasn't taken its eyes off of Grimes.
All right, so I'm going to do... So first attack is +3, second attack is +2.
Come on. Yes.
18, so 18 and 12.
The 18 is a hit. 19 is also a hit.
19 and 12, sorry.
8 +2.
Just 1 hit.
For 4 damage.
All right. You deal 4 damage to the wolf. Grimes... It's looking
I
at
begin
you.
to start circle strafing. Does the wolf follow me?
Yes,
if I take a
its
step.
attention stays on you.
And another step.
If you back off, we might get attacks of opportunity.
So what I've got, so I'm like at the end of my leash. I mean, I was thinking to try and circle around it and trap the wolf with a rope.
But now you're
but now it's like it's not staying focused on William like I would.
No, it's found its dinner.
So I'm not gonna try and lasso it up. I think I draw a dagger, and I'm gonna try to disengage. So I'll attack at the end of the round, but I'll see if I can provoke it to follow me. I guess I'm gonna back up and provoke an opportunity attack.
All right, it takes a bite at you with its opportunity attack, scoring a 16 to hit.
Oh, my ace! Maybe I should have done total defense and provoke that opportunity attack. But let's see what I've got.
Wait,
here.
did you not withdraw?
AC 15. No, I wanted to see if I could draw it after me. So
you take 4 points of damage as the wolf's teeth sink into you, and a bitter cold runs into your arm. You also drain 2 points of warmth.
Okay.
Does it follow him though?
No, it's not following. It's not its turn.
So it bites me.
It takes a bite and shoots you back out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's not. I'm not sure how I saw that going. I was trying to draw it away and get my allies attacks of opportunity. So you said 4
points of damage, 2 points of cold.
2 points
It's
of
turn now.
So
It might
it's
go to you. Come on, Wolfie. Make the stupid
7.
move.
So I guess I'm just making crappy missile weapon attacks from here.
Sure.
As I back away as many squares as I can.
What are you doing?
If I've got throwing knives, that's what I'm doing. I have no throwing knives. So daggers and tips. Poorly supplied. All
You
right,
throw your dagger here, you're not going to find it. Actually, maybe the blizzard goes when we kill it.
If it sticks, so it's -5.
Yep.
Jeez.
For
I really
thrown
should have.
weapons.
I mean, I've already provoked an opportunity attack. I step back forward, I stab it twice.
Do you
and then
have
I
enough
flee.
movement to do all of this?
Yeah. So can it make 2 opportunity attacks at me in a round? I mean, can I say that I attack it as it's attacking me? Or
That's fine,
I'd like to
yeah.
make melee and then retreat. Sure. Okay.
So I think you've like moved, backed up. Now you're going forward to attack it again, and then you're gonna back
and
up
I
again.
critically miss. I'm just gonna curl up and die. I'm
Grimes, you're just done.
I'm done.
You're everything has gone wrong for you. You're just back at the wolf. You can't. It's a mess. You're
No,
just screwed.
I get away, right?
I don't think you have enough movement. You need 4. You only have 4 squares of movement to make an attack.
Oh, God.
You started here. 1.
You said 9.
No, 9 or 4 to make an attack. So you were here 1,
okay,
2, 3,
and then
4, 5, okay. 6, and attack.
At least,
I don't know.
At least I can get 4.5. I can at least be disengaged, right?
I mean, you ran all over the place. It's kind of a mess. We'll just leave you right there. I don't know. This is too complicated. The wolf goes. That's its turn. It opens its maw. No, it doesn't. It is actually going to retreat a few steps to the backside of Ferris, where
I can turn to face it, right?
Yes, you do, William. You do get an attack of opportunity.
On its back?
Sure.
Yeah, you're damn right I do. 24.
I can't see the wolf.
It's probably beyond your range of vision.
I can't. Look, I can't see the wolf, but I can see William. If William's close enough to make an attack of opportunity to it, it had to have gone through the wall of gloom.
It's been going around the north side of the wall.
Just move yourself.
He's not in range to hit it there.
He is. It looks a little bit weird. It's just
before.
It's been a fucking. The token is awkwardly moving. It occupies 4 square. Maybe I should just make it a fat token instead.
There you go.
It would be slightly in the wall in that case.
It looks like it's clipping the wall.
It might be clipping the wall.
But it already hit the effect of the wall, right?
Don't worry about it. I'm taking care of the wall.
Neil, is it a hit or a crit? It's a hit, right?
It's a single hit.
13.
Ooh, that is a
it's
hunk
large
of
D12,
damage.
although that's probably not the time to...
Oh, we don't... Are we doing D12?
No, we've changed to a different system.
Perfect.
The system where longswords aren't overpowered.
Oh, whoops! I'm sorry. I misread its ability.
Watch its HP go up like.
It doesn't causes to everything within 10 feet.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. It's not a cone breath.
It's like just a
It's
area.
an AOE. I'm so sorry. It doesn't move away from you. I misread it. You don't get that attack of opportunity, William.
I was waiting for that.
No give backs.
So what does it do?
After all the bullshit you guys have pulled, yes, the wolf gets give backs.
Everything within 10 or 15 feet of it, everything, like in a circle of 15 feet, takes a breath weapon that's really strong.
Yes, the wolf exhaled this frozen cold that goes beyond what you have from the
Do we get saved?
blizzard. Yes, you save.
16, that might be a pass for me.
Save versus breath weapon.
That is a pass. I passed.
Fail.
Okay.
Fail.
Number.
How much HP have you got, Grimes?
Not enough. 18.
All right. The 3 of you take 11 points of damage. If you pass, you take half, yes. And you take an equal amount of cold damage as well.
Sorry, Neil, I froze there. 11 points of damage
and equal amounts of cold damage. Heat damage, yeah. And that is next round initiative, please.
Equal amount from like your warmth points, right?
Right.
Okay. Next round initiative.
That's definitely Winter Wolf. It gets hurt by fire. I have to get close. I'll die if I get close, but I guess it's 3
God.
Damn
it.
Did I roll? I did roll.
You did roll.
Yeah. So does Yaramir shout it gets hurt by fire?
No, not yet.
No, I don't think Yaramir knows these things. I think Greg is so well versed in Dungeons and Dragons, he instantly knows the base stats that I am working off of for these things. The omnipotent wizard. Marshall, how the fuck are you still rolling 3s on your initiative? Isn't your longsword initiative your sword initiative 5?
Sorry, Neil, I forgot to add the thing. I'm sorry.
It's fucking.
So it's 8.
I know. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's 8. It's 8.
Oh my god.
I'm really sorry. That's very bad.
You ought to be. You should be ashamed.
Have you been doing that this whole time?
Yes,
You've been pretending you're as quick as Grimes, and you just haven't been including your initiative.
The queen would be embarrassed by this.
Look, yeah.
All right.
I didn't do a lot of combat.
You're first, Yaramir.
How do we treat diagonals?
That's fine. Diagonal's 1 square movement.
1.
It's super advantageous that way.
3. Used to this game.
4. I can't hit it.
Almost.
Okay, well, let's get up within 5 feet of it, and we'll hope that I don't die.
Well, hold on. I mean, are you trying to burn hands or something?
Yep.
You can do that next round, can't you?
All right, Grimes, it's your turn. Yaromir has moved up there. There's no time to discuss in the middle of combat optimal strategy.
Oh, my word.
I'm going...
Put this thing down.
I'm back.
The wizard runs in, Grimes runs out.
Yeah, no, I've tanked as much as I can. Can I... So how many squares was that? Is there more oil in the cart, or is it on...
I think the sled has most of the oil on it.
Yeah. I mean, it's in my backpack, actually, but is my backpack on my back or is it on the sled?
You tell us.
I think it's on my back, so no.
Okay. So how many squares would... So I was like... So that's 1, 2, 3...
That's
I don't
3
think...
squares. Yeah.
4, 5, 6. So I think I'd go to William's back, try and get another oil flask. I assume I can like interact with it, but probably not make the attack this round, right?
I mean that you've basically done a double move. Yeah, so you're done for the day, for the round. William, it's your turn.
Can I be? I can't. I'm 10 feet away from the wolf, right?
Yeah.
Or am I exact? Like
you're 10 feet away.
I'd like to be 11 feet away. If that's within my movement.
If you're 11 feet away, you can't touch William.
Well, I mean, I can grab it and take a step back. Anyways, yeah, whoever.
William, it's your turn, yeah.
Right. Don't suppose you'll let me keep that last roll.
No. Don't worry, you'll roll a natural 20 this time. It's a miss. But you get a second attack at the end of the round, I believe.
I do.
The wolf goes. Grimes is the one who it's hungering for, but now there's all these folks in his way, all these people. I do believe Ferris dealt some damage to him last round, right? You hit him once, Ferris.
Yes. By the way, I think that second attack is a 15 a hit on it because I forgot to add the back attack bonus.
Back attack should only be +2. How do you get from 12 to 15?
Oh, sorry. Never mind. It was.
Cool.
I thought it was 13. Never mind. So it's 14. Would that be a hit?
14 is not a hit.
Okay.
The wolf turns towards Ferris and gives a leap at him with a 14 to hit.
That is a miss.
Nice.
All right. Then it is Ferris's turn.
All right, so 2d20 again. So I just want to make sure that I'm doing it. It's hard when I'm doing 2 attacks at once. It's +3, +2, no modifiers because it's facing me this time.
Right.
So that's going to be miss and miss.
Miss and miss. And
second attack?
Second attack.
I do
comes in at +2 for back attack.
William too. So.
14 is shy. And 7's shy. Initiative rolls, everybody.
All right. Attempted to select.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 initiative rolls. Beautiful. Grimes, you dirty man.
All right, I take 2 steps forward and huck a Molotov cocktail at this thing.
Sure, you
or
light
a burning
and
flask
huck.
of oil. Plus.
For the record, last time we did this, it took a round to light it and a round to throw it.
Yes.
So
and the
last round I didn't do anything. Right?
I know, because Marshall helped you. Oh yeah, last round. So this round you are lighting.
Last round I moved. I got the oil flask. I started prepping.
This round is set it on fire. Next round is throw.
So last round,
last round was all movement to get to William. You used your move and your action to get to William.
And get the oil out.
So then I guess I prepped it, and I'm stepping 11 feet away from it.
Right. And Ferris, it's your turn.
That's 1 hit. 14 and a 17.
The 17 does hit.
Another d6. It takes 3 more.
All right.
Did you get a +2 with your offhand?
Yes.
Very nice.
+3 and +2.
He's got high dex, doesn't he? So he doesn't get the offhand.
Yeah, I don't have any penalty for dual wielding, and I have +2 for being level 3.
The wolf makes an attack at you, which is a total of a 20 to hit, Ferris.
That's a hit.
Its teeth sink into you for 7 points of damage and an additional 3 warmth points. Now half.
Okay.
Half.
So I'm down to 14 in HP. I'm doing good for 1 still.
Yaromir, you're on top of this guy.
Burning hands.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Now burning hands, we've done some special things with it, right? You can.
Yeah. So I'm gonna roll all 4 of them.
All right. So is it 43?
Yeah, it's 1d3 plus 2, and then I can change any extra d3s, and it's per level. So I'm 3rd level, and the +2 we can turn into a d3, so Perfect. It's 4d3.
Roll it. The wolf does get a saving throw. Rolling 43, yeah.
You rolled a 43 on a D43. That's pretty good.
That's pretty impressive. Okay.
That's also not bad.
So that's 10 points of fire damage, and unless it's different, I think it takes double.
It takes... I will not... All of my creatures have been modified from the book quite heavily.
DMX! DMX, where's my Twitch bar? I need to spam bears.
It takes a lot of burning damage, lets out a very pained and uncomfortable howl as you do this. It needs to die now,
or your army is in trouble, right?
And Marshall's turn rolls around.
Do I still have a black stack?
Yes, it hasn't changed its direction.
Come on, boom! Oh, it's going down.
You clear by more than 10, so roll me triple damage against the creature.
Fuck you.
Holy crap. You cut it
ruin my new coat.
You just like split the wolf down the spine, and it dies on the spot. And within seconds, the whole blizzard dies out as well.
What the fuck was that?
God, I bloody hate wolves.
That ain't no normal wolf. Look at the size of it. It's like bigger than me, right?
So now we have to hastily set up the tent, right?
No, the blizzard's gone. Blizzard's done.
Yeah.
The wolf dies, the blizzard
Does it immediately break up and then just...
Within seconds.
Blue skies?
Yeah.
Anyone know what this thing is?
No idea, but it should provide some good rations.
I don't think we've got time for that. Let's head to the trees. Let's go back south.
Time. This is one of the greatest treasures we've uncovered on this continent.
What would you tell me? What is it?
A massive wolf that can conjure storms?
Yes.
So?
Storm wolf.
I
know you want to eat it, Forrest.
I'm sure it tastes legendary, but beyond that, we could take its coat.
I mean, I'm all for a nice
It took
coat.
mine. I mean,
We're only a few miles out.
flayed.
Assuming, like, actually, can I do a survival check right now to see if I know how the weather's shifting?
Sure. Let's see what that survival check unfolds. You know, it's a clear day. Looks like it's going to be clear for at least another day or so. You don't see any storms on the horizon once this one disappeared.
I think we're better off staying here, William. We can get good food off this thing. We can take its coat. If nothing else, we can make more clothes out of it, but we could also sell it for money.
I don't know. The coat's pretty badly damaged. It's had 2 sets of fire on it, plus William just like stabbed the crap out of it, and Ferris stabbed the crap out of it. Yeah. That coat's pretty messed up.
What he's saying is it's not worth 1,000 gold.
Not anymore.
By the way, I did at some point put out that flask of burning oil that I had in my hand.
Oh, excellent.
When it became apparent that the blizzard was done.
Yeah. If you prefer, we can move right now, but this is good meat that we'd be turning down.
Where?
Just a point of order. Perhaps we should move very quickly because wolves are pack animals. We know. This creature different than any I have ever seen, but it has very many resemblances to wolves. If one is close, others may be closer.
You think there's more of these?
Yes, I fear that there may be many more.
I mean, it's a big risk to take for a few extra days' rations. We can find more seals. I say we just leave it and go.
So now so in the obscurement of the blizzard, Grimes fantasized about this creature's coat. Looking at it in now the clear daylight.
Oh, it's totally
what do I appraise the value to be?
Give me an appraisal check.
It is 12 feet long. Like, I imagine there's large patches of the coat that are still clean.
Yeah. Well, definitely, yeah. You could, like, make a nice little pocket square out of it, or maybe, like, a little hat or something.
I pass an appraisal check. So
You're taking a look at this, and this is a bizarre coat. You've never seen anything like it. The hairs themselves are a little bit thick, and then it's almost like they're hollow or something. They're not white. They're clear, but the way that they're shaped is reflecting light. It's a bizarre sort of fur. You think you could probably get about 10,000 copper for it, for what's left of it.
So 100 gold.
If you want to count it in gold, but 10,000 copper is the way that we do it here.
It's never going to take people. People aren't going to convert.
It will. It'll take a little bit longer if you guys drag your feet. But this is the wave of the future. You guys are going to be the people in the photos angrily protesting against the copper conversion system. On the wrong side of history.
Badly damaged, but I think you could fetch maybe 10 platinum for a coat like this, or
fucking Ryan.
What was that?
Maybe
what was that? 20 Electrum?
Yeah.
I mean, if you actually say it's worth 10 platinum, then I'm willing to wait.
It's up to you.
You really think this is worth 100 gold, Grimes?
Sure, if you skin it and sell it on the open market.
By the way, Neil, I assume we had breakfast this morning, right?
Yeah.
Did that meat I buried in the snow like start bubbling up and exploding? Okay, cool.
What do you say, Yaramir Faris? You mind?
So, Neil, looking west, it looks like there's like a bay on the map.
Yep.
Is that in real life? Like,
yep.
If I look to the west, does it look like there's a beach down there?
Yep, the tracks are going right by it.
That's I think maybe if you look to the west,
caves or something, or like
to the east there is yeah.
Grimes is dumb as a brick. He doesn't know his directions.
To the east, maybe 200 feet is the coastline. That is a set of cliffs that lead down. You can walk away from the party and check it out.
Yeah, it's only 200 feet.
It's a windswept beach.
I'll unhook my harness from the cart. And
there's some little snowbergs hanging out in the shallows of the water. You see a starfish on a rock, but no
sign of a cave or a good place to, or would the beach be a protected place to camp? Like, is there is there a cliff? Are there cliffs that go down and
there is a cliffside,
like
a 20-foot cliff. You could make a camp down there. It looks like the beach is deep enough that you would probably be safe from waves, from high tide. But it's only been a few hours since you left the shelter of the forest.
Okay.
It's going to take all day to skin this thing, though, right?
Yeah, so we'd be camping here, essentially.
That's what I was wondering, if this is a good place.
Cyrus, is the weather okay tomorrow?
Is it possible to put Beast on sled and camp elsewhere?
How much does this thing weigh?
I try to roll it over. It's
a few hundred pounds. I would probably
a regular wolf can be a few hundred pounds.
Yes, this is this is probably 500 or 600 pounds. Don't you think a 12-foot wolf? A regular wolf is probably only like 90 to 120 pounds.
No, I mean a big
male is 66 to 180 pounds.
Yeah, I mean it's a big, large variability. But like, if you're thinking like a big alpha wolf is going to be damn near as heavy as you are.
Aren't weights available in the monsters manual? I don't know.
Not for all the monsters, but this guy is much larger than your everyday wolf. So I'm going to say probably 600 pounds then.
But remember, volume and thus weight is going to scale as a cube,
right?
Whereas, we can't carry it if it's 600 pounds.
Right. So if you take a wolf and go from 6 feet to 12 feet long,
Yaramir,
its weight will go up by an
attempt
extra
to predict the weather as well? If you give me the same opinion that the weather is going to be fine tomorrow, we can camp here overnight.
Yeah.
I'm less concerned about weather than I am the friends of this wolf coming to eat us.
I forgot about that one. He is right. It's probably not worth 100 gold. What do you think, Faris? You've got the last choice.
He makes a good point. I'm actually still injured from that fight. My bones feel like they're freezing. We should press on.
I'm sorry, Grimes. Right, let's go.
I don't care. I praise the thing.
All right, let's go then.
You leave the wolf in the snow and move on?
Yeah.
What's 100 gold for the crown? Is there any? There's no trophies that Ferris takes or anything?
Take his ear, maybe. Right.
Yeah.
This would be pretty cool. It's probably like this big.
Or yarn. I mean, this is.
Could I cut out like a couple of teeth?
Oh yeah. Wait, shouldn't you be like harvesting spell components off this thing, Greg?
I don't have any spell components that. I don't. Wolf fur. I already have infinite fleece, according to Neil. I need wire, a bell, phosphorescent moss.
Yeah, but I mean, you're interested in weird arts, surely. Weird
I can't. Sadly, a winter wolf does not fit in a glass jar to give.
So you said this fur is really thick, right? I couldn't use it as thread.
No.
Okay.
Also, fur can't really be used as like thread anyway, unless you somehow spin it into.
It's gonna like weave it together, yeah.
Okay, that's not really something you can do on the go. You'll need like proper facilities for that.
So I'm gonna cut out a few teeth, I think.
All right.
Later, I might make a wolf tooth necklace.
You rip out some teeth.
Yep.
Like the monster you
are. Can we find the tracks again?
No, this blizzard just came through and blew all the tracks away. But you can get to the forest.
For fuck's sake. Well, maybe they'll turn back up once we get out of the blizzard area.
It's possible, assuming we don't stray too far from the track's path.
By the time you get to the forest and you finally have some semblance of shelter again, you're looking at this mountain range before you, and I want to bring us all back to this map here. And this mountain range before you is really quite large. And you notice that it kind of cuts all the way out to the ocean. It is like what?
You're not expanding the map, if that's what you're trying to do.
I have revealed a small amount of the map, yeah.
So if you can see here, that we can see mountains go all the way to the seashore.
The mountains go all the way to the seashore, yeah.
Perhaps like a great wall, dividing the land in two.
Like a great wall, perhaps.
If there was a human fort there, it might be at the edge of the ocean.
I wonder if that's where the gnolls are going. Perhaps they have another...
Look, the way I see it is it's been a long walk to come all the way down here, and there's a chance that there could be something there. I think we should at least cross it off the list before heading back.
I think we should spend the next few days re-getting supplies, though. Check the beach, get as much meat as we can.
Sure.
Reserved in the snow.
Yaramir, when you have a chance, could you take a look at my my wounds?
Yes, of course, Grimes. Where did it hit you?
Where did it touch you?
Show me.
I'm
where did the bad wolf touch you?
I've got like 50, it was mostly cold damage actually.
Yeah.
So I do have one. I took one bite. I think probably like mauled my forearm or something pretty badly.
And you've got like basic frostbite all over your face.
Okay, so I guess it's actually not. It's not wounds. I mean, it's like we've got frostbite.
There is a single wound on you from the.
Yeah, I mean, you clean up my forearm.
Is there anything I can do to help like frostbite? Like that's a medical condition, right? Can I warm the skin or do something to like help combat the effects of ice like damage?
I think
I would be willing.
Probably warming the region, but not too quickly. Is that?
Yeah, you've got a healing proficiency.
Mechanically, we'll just use the healing proficiency, but that is an interesting question.
Sure. Why don't you make me a healing proficiency check to see if you have some understanding of how to deal with frostbite?
Okay.
A 25. Yes. Somehow, one way or another, you have experienced frostbite in the past, and know what to do with it. So you can. I don't know if you guys all tracked how much cold damage you took. Yarmir, why don't you roll me a d6? And you can restore that much frostbite damage done to these people by this wolf.
A d6, you said?
Yes.
Okay. So 5. I can restore 5.
5 HP.
22.
That's great.
5 HP. So
how much did we lose traveling for the rest of the day?
5 HP or 5 warmth points?
No, 5 HP can be restored.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
0 warmth points can be restored.
Okay.
So who is that to?
To
I
all
was
three of
specifically
you.
you, Grimes, but I think that I can probably make a
I
similar...
mean, if Ferris sees you like healing this frostbite, Ferris is gonna bring it up too.
So it's probably like warming water skins or something over the fire. According to WebMD, that's the first treatment for frostbite.
Yeah, I imagine we get some like,
warm water.
Cloth out and heat some water up and wrap it and try to just get something back in the area, right?
Caution: do not rub the affected area.
Yeah.
Brian, stop rubbing it.
Yeah. Quit scratching. Yeah.
So yeah, we make camp, and Yaramir heals us up. And
do you make camp at the edge of the woods? You still have more movement left for the day, I believe.
No, yeah, let's keep going then. Let's just go as far as we can to nightfall. Sticking to the coast though, I think, because we want easy access to seals.
Yeah. Okay.
Right,
I don't think I complain particularly much, but I mean, the Grimes is at like half HP.
Yeah.
So like mechanically, we may want to think about going slow enough that we can heal on the go.
Yeah.
Especially
I just
if we
want
feel safe.
I mean, you already had combat today, so there's no HP.
Not today, but starting tomorrow. I just mean like long-term strategic.
I just want to be able to get to the edge here before we turn back around.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That day ends. Please mark off a ration.
Yep.
How are we on
seal blubber for all, right?
We're low,
but if
I'm doing all right.
Does anyone want to do a camp, whatever, the check-in and describe your diarrhea for me to go with seal blubber?
That's true. We haven't done any check-ins. We've been so deprived of gameplay.
We also blew right through a break, right?
Yeah,
we only
do a break.
We can do a break right now while we take a
rest. We can do the check-in when we come back.
Yes.
Quick break, right?
Yeah. Before we go to break, though, Grimes, do you have some thoughts that you want to share? Some quick thoughts, or do you have just long, complicated, deep things?
I can moan to create the diarrhea immersion, but
it's all right. We're going to break, guys. See you on the other side.